Why do some people take psychedelics to dissolve their ego, while others just sit in silence? Why do shamans drink ayahuasca but monks meditate for hours with no substance at all? Could it be that both are chasing the same thing, just using different doors? Today, we explore one of the most fascinating intersections in neuroscience: spirituality and consciousness. Can meditation create psychedelic-like experiences? Let's start with the experience itself. People who use substances like LSD or psilocybin often report a sense of unity with all things: time distortion, vivid visuals, or internal imagery, dissolving of the ego or sense of self. Now, ask advanced meditators what they experience in deep states of stillness, and you'll hear eerily similar things: feeling merged with the universe, floating outside time and thought, inner visions, freedom from the eye. So what's happening? Let's look inside the brain. In both psychedelic use and deep meditation, one of the key shifts is the deactivation of the default mode network, the brain system tied to self-referencing, identity, and inner chatter. When this system goes quiet, people report feeling at one with the world. The mind is no longer a narrator, becomes an observer, or even disappears. The silence isn't just peaceful, it's cosmic. Now here's the twist. With psychedelics, this shift is sudden, can be intense, even overwhelming. But with meditation, it's gradual, built on practice, integration, grounded awareness. Let's talk brainwaves. Deep meditators produce more gamma waves linked to insight, attention, and peak states of consciousness. Interestingly, gamma waves are also seen in people on psychedelics, particularly DMT. So from a neuroscience standpoint, the two overlap. But here's where they diverge. Aspect: psychedelics, meditation, entry, external substance, internal breath, and focus. Speed: fast and intense, gradual and steady. Control: low, can't pause the trip. High: can stop any time. Risk of overwhelm: high, very low. Integration: often difficult, built into the process. Think of it like this. Psychedelics are like jumping out of a plane with no parachute straight into the mystery. Meditation is like climbing a sacred mountain step by step with a map. Both offer views, but only one builds the legs to stand in those heights. Now, don't get me wrong. Psychedelic research is changing mental health, and many people have healed through it. But even those who've journeyed deeply often say the real work begins after the trip through integration, reflection, and yes, meditation. In fact, many psychedelic therapy programs now include guided meditation and breath work to prepare the brain for the experience and to stabilize it afterward. Because the ultimate goal isn't just to experience something profound. It's to become someone who can live from that place every day. Meditation gives you that ability. It's not flashy, but it's real. You don't have to leave your body to touch the sacred. You just have to sit still long enough to notice what's already inside you. So if you've ever thought, I want to expand my consciousness, start with your breath. If you've ever thought, I want to dissolve my ego, try noticing the thoughts instead of chasing them. And if you've ever wondered, is this all there is? Just sit, wait, watch. What you're looking for might just be looking back. Okay, now, let's dive deeper into the heart of this experience. What does it mean to dissolve the ego? Well, imagine you're standing on the shore watching the waves crash into the beach. As each wave hits, it seems like a small explosion of water breaking into foam. And yet there is no separate thing that we can point to as the wave. There is only the endless movement of water on sand. In a similar way, when we refer to ourselves, we tend to think of our experiences, thoughts, and feelings as separate from us, as things that happen to us. We feel joy, sadness, anger, fear, all as if they are coming and going. But what if we shifted our perspective? What if we saw ourselves not as a separate self experiencing these things, but as the very things themselves? In this view, we are not the observer of thoughts, emotions, and sensations, but the thoughts, emotions, and sensations themselves. This radical realization is the essence of ego dissolution. It's about seeing through the illusion of a separate self. When this happens, we don't cease to exist. In fact, we actually experience a heightened sense of aliveness and connection with everything around us. Life becomes vibrant, meaningful, and beautiful in a way that it never has before. The world is full of wonder, and every moment is precious because we realize we are a part of something much bigger than ourselves. We are connected to the vast web of life, and we recognize our interdependence with all living beings. This realization brings a deep sense of humility and gratitude. We understand that we are not separate from nature, but a part of it. We begin to see the beauty and complexity of the natural world around us with new eyes, and we feel inspired to protect and preserve it. Ego dissolution also leads to a profound sense of inner peace. We no longer identify with our thoughts and emotions, and we realize that they are just passing phenomena that do undefine who we are. We become free from the constant chatter of the mind and the endless pursuit of happiness or avoidance of pain. We simply are. We are aware of the present moment, and we embrace it fully. This state of being is not something we have to constantly strive for. It's always already present. But most of the time we are too busy thinking about the past or worrying about the future to notice it. Through ego dissolution, we learn to let go of our attachments and simply be. We discover the depth and richness of life in each moment, and we appreciate the beauty of the present. This realization has far-reaching implications for how we interact with the world. When we no longer see ourselves as separate from others, we become more compassionate and empathetic. We recognize that everyone is simply doing the best they can given their circumstances, and we treat others with kindness and understanding. We also become better at handling conflict and disagreements because we understand that everyone has a different perspective, and that all perspectives are valid. Ego dissolution is not a rejection of the world, but a deep engagement with it. It's a recognition of the interconnectedness of all things and a celebration of the beauty and complexity of life. It's a reminder that we are all part of something much bigger than ourselves, and that we have the power to make a positive impact on the world. When we let go of our attachment to a separate self, we open ourselves up to a world of infinite possibilities. We become more creative, more innovative, and more able to connect with others. We discover the richness and depth of our own inner wisdom, and we begin to tap into our true potential. Ultimately, ego dissolution is a journey of self-discovery and transformation. It's a process of shedding the old ways of thinking and being and embracing new ones that are more aligned with our true nature. It's a challenging but ultimately rewarding path that leads to a life of greater meaning, purpose, and joy. Are you ready to take the first step towards ego dissolution? To learn more about this transformative process, check out our other videos on meditation, mindfulness, and psychedelic experiences. Together, we can explore the depths of our own consciousness and the mysteries of the universe. So join us today and let the journey begin.